Delicious. What's up, guys? Another new treat for you guys here. Little muscle protein bars. Homemade. This stuff is great, guys. Posted a picture a while back. Got a couple questions on the recipe, so I'm going to share it with you guys, alright? So exactly what you're going to do. Oven, 400 degrees, ready to go on bake. You're going to get a bowl. You're going to pick up something. This is what I have. They're already going to come out as bars. You guys can get one of those donut pans, or you guys can just put it in like a meatloaf thing and cut it up for bars or whatever you guys want to do. So I've got this one, sprayed it down with some Pam. I got protein here. We got 22 grams in one scoop. And like I said before I start talking about these nutrition facts, like I said, I made that regret-free cookie dough video with those little balls that we made. All those macronutrients that we're gonna put in there. Exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna add them all up, and we're gonna come out. We're gonna mix them in here, and then we're gonna divide about how many we make. All right. So, first thing we're gonna do, protein in our bowl. 2 scoops. 2 scoops of protein. Two scoops of protein in the bowl. It's best when you use chocolate. You guys can use vanilla or anything like that. Whatever you guys have, you can pretty much use that. It's not gonna, alter the taste that much. But chocolate is probably the best. Next, almond flour. Half a cup of almond flour. So get you guys yourself a measuring cup. Half a cup of almond flour. After that, egg whites. Now we're gonna put 4 egg whites in here. So 4 egg whites are gonna give us 20 grams of protein. So 4 egg whites, depending on which kind you guys got. So this is 3/4 cup egg whites. Put that right in there. And now we're gonna get into the good stuff. Before we do that, protein, 2 scoops, 44 grams. Almond flour, 7 grams and 1/4 cup. We put half a cup, so 14 grams of protein on top of that. And then your egg whites, another 20 grams of protein, guys. So we're talking 80 grams of protein that's in here already. Divided by however we make. You guys can make 20 gram bars if you guys want to. And then the other content that comes with it, we got 3 grams of carbohydrates per scoop of this, so 6 grams of that. Carbs in your almond flour are 6, so another 6, so that's 12 total. And then your egg whites, 1 carbohydrate. So low carb, high protein. The only thing is that the fat content, there's no fat in your egg whites. There's 2 grams per scoop, so 4 grams of that. And there's 11 grams of fat in your almond flour. We put a half a cup, so that's 22 grams of fat. But the saturated fat is only 1 gram. 0 trans fat, so that's polyunsaturated, monounsaturated fat. That's all healthy fat. So there's nothing bad about this. It's 80 grams of protein, probably like 14 carbohydrates, and then 22 grams of fat. But it's all good fat. It's easily metabolized fat. It's not any of that crappy trans fat or saturated fat. So what we do, I like to do this so that kind of fat, that gives us a little wiggle room, all right? So I picked up something. You guys don't have to do this. You guys can do whatever you want with this. But what I have, a little Reese's, what are they? The little Reese's chips. They're these little chip things. And they taste amazing. So, with a little wiggle room and fat, the sugars in this is 1 tablespoon of this stuff. It's going to give you 6 grams of sugar, which is not bad, alright? Basically because there is 0 sugar in everything. So exactly 6 grams of sugar divided by however many we make, that's fine. Maybe 1 gram of sugar, depends on if we make 6 bars or not. and then 4.5 grams of fat. So that's in 1 tablespoon. So you guys can put however many you want in here. I'm not gonna go too crazy. But if you make this thing without any sweetener, like I did the first time, I didn't put any sweetener in it. They're kind of bland. So what I'm gonna have those Reese's in there to give it a little taste, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put some Sweet and Low in here. So 0 calories, 0 everything, just a little sweetener to sweeten it up. So basically this isn't gonna hurt any of you. So on top of that, all we have in there right now for liquid is the egg whites. So you're gonna put a little splash of water in there just to be able to mix it a little more. Then you're gonna grab your whisk and you're gonna mix it right up. So it's a nice little paste right now. You don't want it too thick, so if you have to add a little more water, go ahead. And some people might ask, you know, what's going to make it rise? What's going to, you know, bring it all together? And the almond flour is going to help it rise. So you don't need any baking soda or any crap like that. So just mix it up real good. It's going to look exactly like that, all right? So next thing you got to do, the first time I made it, I put a little bit in those bars, right? I probably put about that much in a bar, and it's only going in the oven for about 12 minutes. So it's gonna raise a little bit. So just keep that in mind. You don't have to put that much in there, especially if you want to split up the macronutrients a little more. You guys can, you know, spread them out a little more, okay? So once you got it mixed, you're gonna go ahead and start draining them in the bars. All right, guys, here we go. So probably just, you want to fill it up barely because it's going to rise pretty good. So just cover the bottom. You might want to get a spoon to get those chips going because they're not coming out very well. So we got 4, 5, 6. So 6 bars. And then if you can still see, we got the chips hanging around. So I'm just gonna divide all those up a little bit. Throw a couple here and there. Alright guys, that's it, we're ready to go. So what was that? That was 2 scoops of protein, half a cup of almond flour, a little bit of the peanut butter chips, these guys are so good. 4 egg whites makes 6 bars. A little sweetener in there. We're ready to go. So let's get them in the oven. 12 minutes, guys. All right, guys. Fresh out the oven. Check them out. You know when they're done because you get a toothpick. You just stick it in there and it'll come right out. We're gonna try one of these. Just gonna put them all in the Tupperware. Alright guys. All set. Little muscle bars, we'll call them. Now what we got in here, we got 2 scoops of protein. We got half cup of almond flour. We got those Reese's chips in there. We got some Sweet and Low sweetener. We got egg whites. And we got a little bit of water. That was it. That took probably not even 5 minutes. So this is really fast, really convenient. You guys can just throw these in your bag, take them to work, take them to school, whatever it is. Takes 12 minutes in the oven. Not even a 5-minute prep. Easy, convenient, perfect, good to go. You guys want to throw some like natural peanut butter on here, that's good too. You guys don't have to do the exact same thing I did, but that almond flour is really is basically what's gonna make them raise. See, this one's kind of thin. That was probably the last one. This one's kind of thick. So if you guys can try to, you know, if it's possible, to make them all the same size, then you'll have the exact same macronutrients into each one. But there's about, I'd say 15 grams of protein in one of these, probably 7 grams of fat, and like 0 carb, basically trace amounts of carbs in these. So really healthy, really convenient. It's good to go, guys. Give them a try. Muscle bars. Delicious. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.